Oh my God. I got egg in my mustache. I was gonna say, everybody, everyone. Oh my God. And then I saw there was my egg in my mustache. And I want to say that that's okay. Uh, it was a good egg. I had an egg on my face. Sometimes this happens. All of our care actors are ridiculous. We can ridicule them with a shrug. It's okay. And I say, oh my God, in a way that I want to say is not a curse, actually. It's okay to say, oh my God, I promise. God ain't got a problem with this. And today, this is the Course in Miracles. Course in Miracles. It sounds like the word sin, doesn't it? Is that a curse to say? Is it okay that it sounds that way? In Russian, if you say the word poop with a strong accent, and then the word belly button. No, if you say the word smelly, there we go, yeah, that's how it goes. Smelly with a strong Russian accent, and then poop with a strong Russian accent. What people will think that you said is brave belly button, actually. So this goes to show that the meaning we project on words is what meaning we want to. In some way, you could say that's a sin, and I could say, yes, and what is the spiritual meaning within what sin may be presenting as, which is what, possibly to have our character make a correction in their action, in their actuality of their acting, and also to see beyond, through, underneath. Before there was separation, there is only truth and wholeness, actually. And this is the truth my heart shares with you in reality. Okay, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts, actually. I still think it's funny that I had egg on my mustache at the beginning, and that it's okay that I notice my character feels maybe some little bit of bashfulness. Maybe. Ooh, bashful. Okay, so A Course in Miracles tells us we need not believe these things. In fact, it tells us we'll actively resist it, actually. And though it says, if you can, if you will, when you will, just listen, hear, and practice with it, that it will have a meaningful, universal experience, which you can reach for and share and extend everywhere. Okay, I can't escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts, actually. The world I see is made of the past. The world I see means nothing to me. I've given the world I see all the meaning it has for me. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. In the world of reality, where people, it seems that our brothers are like clashing, and sisters of like their meaning making, I can meet us in that dimension where I know we seem to believe we are, and speak to or from or through that frame with a little bit of a, oh yeah, I understand. And I recognize also that chaos is not understandable compared to what is understandable, which is seeing beyond, through, around, about, underneath the world of appearances. There is a field where we can truly meet, where we can greet, hug, and love, where we can turn into one holy thing, a holy encounter, where it may seem my brother's body is an eye over there, and this man's is here, and I could say there is, in some way, maybe something seemingly like different perspectives of different interests, but also there is one, and that is to see beyond those separate interests. In the metaphor of like the face of Christ or the smile of Buddha, I could say like that is his eye and this is mine, and so like that is you, your head is an eye of the mind of Christ, which says, forgive them for they know not what they do. All the separate parts are separately unconscious in some big way. We could say that it seems this is true. And then between our hearts, there is the breathing nostrils in and out, breathing in the peace, breathing out of God. And between our belly buttons, the smiling face of Buddha. Okay, so I can't escape. I can escape. You can escape. We can. He can, she can escape from the world I see. And the world I see is in so many ways made of vengeance, actually. And we can escape this world by giving up attack thoughts. And in the frame of the Course in Miracles, the world is a mental universe. I know I see the sun in my awareness. I see that bottle in my mind in some way. It seems it's outside of me. Also, I know I experience it within me. So, the world I think I see is made up of thoughts I am projecting, is the meditation we are attempting to try on. Not necessarily to believe in, but to see maybe we know is true. Maybe we know we don't know. And we can entertain the possibility of letting go of everything the world taught us and of everything even the Course has taught us, and clearing the mind and heart right now in this time where salvation is the capacity to see, like, again, for me, it's kind of like right behind my periphery, there is a place of relaxing. Like that which is looking is that which you are looking for. That which you're looking for is that which is looking. It's right here. It's available only now. Okay, the idea for today contains the only way out of the fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Giving up attack thoughts, giving up grievances. Everything else is meaningless. Grievances, attack thoughts are meaningless, meaning are chaos and cruelty. But this way cannot fail, giving up attack thoughts, giving up grievances. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. These are the thoughts of me. They are the thoughts of politics and cheesecake and garbage trucks and roads and starfish. Everything is a thought. My things are thoughts I think that ought to be, compared to the pristineness of presence, the presence of the kingdom within, the unstoppable bright white light that shines forever. And or you could say empty space too. That's fine, actually. Either way, we're attempting to just let everything be, playfully, lightly, using all the things, including the sounds of English, for a holy purpose, to clear the mind, to see clarity, seeking what we know we will to have, actually. Sometimes I know it's like, let's see, like I went to a 10-day Vipassana silent meditation retreat, and in it there was this portion where they spoke about craving and aversion, and I had my meditation upset by this because I was like, this process is an aversion process to the process of birth and death, or beginning and ending, or the whole process of metabolistic living, or of body being like shifting and things. And I had it upset my capacity to be at peace. And in my mind came playfully the character named Osho, actually. So I've spoken this before, I think probably in these readings, but he said suddenly, he came in my mind, it had been many hours of frustration of what am I doing and why am I here and why would I go home too? There seemed no solution. I couldn't find peace in some way, for sure, experientially. But in my mind came this teacher, Osho, controversial teacher. You may have a problem with him, I understand if you do. But he said in my mind, very slowly, the way he speaks, I'll speak it, just the first sentence, he said, you I thought we were all listening to him, by the way, in my experience. All of us. There was like maybe 40 meditators. It was, you don't have to believe everything someone says just because they are at the front of the room. You also do not, and he goes, even me, which was kind of a mischievous, cute kind of thing he would say, and we all sort of laughed in my experience. And he goes, you also don't have to have a problem with them. You also don't have to hate them if you disagree with them. You can cause a disturbance, he said. And I pictured myself standing up and saying, fuck this shit, I'm out of here. Stomping out of the room and making a disturbance. And he said, what do you want? And I realized immediately that what I wanted was peace, actually. And I had it really beautifully. So sometime after that full experience, near the end, when they said, hey, after this final meditation, you can leave the meditation hall and you can start speaking on Sunday, like 9:30 or something like that. And somebody came up to me and they said, hey, how was your sit? How was your experience? And I said, it was okay. And they walked away. And suddenly I was like, wow. It was great, you know, it was so peaceful. And I know that it's like, I love that, actually. That is what I really, like, without compromise, enjoy that pristine peace, actually. And then I had it be, shortly after that, disturbed by, like, the excitement of life. Actually, specifically, not too many days later, having a puff of cannabis, man, it was like really fun, like wild, and this overarching peace thing that I had accumulated in my body seemed to kind of sort of disappear. That is what I think of as what the Course calls what contrast learning is. I know what I want, actually. It's like the there's a thing called the ancient Chinese curse. Is may you be blessed to live in exciting times. Excitation is like perturbation, and expression can be an extension of the peace I know I am within. It is your thoughts, then, that we must work if your perception of the world is to be changed. If the cause of the world you seek is attack thoughts, you must learn that it is these thoughts which you do not want. It's like I don't have a problem with anything I just said, even. There is no point in lamenting the world. Oh, there is no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect. It is a projection. That's what the Course is saying. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world, my thoughts, our thoughts about the world. Here you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Wow, what an extreme thing to say. Each of your perceptions of an external reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. In actuality, one can well ask if this be called seeing. Is it not fantasy? Is not fantasy a better world for such a process, and hallucination a more appropriate term for the result? That's the perception of fluctuation. You see the world that you have made, but you do not see yourself as an image maker. You see yourself as in an image. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. The tiny mad idea in your mind that wanted to see what it would be like if there was something other than the truth, other than against, opposite to. Well, this is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? In your mind, vision already holds the replacement of everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images, and so transform them that you will love them, even though they were made up of hate. Hate is separation, hate is fear, hate is anger. For you will not be making them alone, not alone. Not the idea of alone is like me and everything else over there in some way. It's a concept that is a whole package of things that contain what it pretends it doesn't contain. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see because its cause can be changed. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go, so that it can be replaced. And the cause is this tiny mad idea. What if there was something other than the truth? The holographic, is there more eggs still in Joey's mustache? The holographic expressions of symbolically of what it would be like if there was something other than what I am is, what truth is. It would be like, oh no. And that's like, I guess sort of interesting adventure. And it may not be what true will is for, actually. We may recognize sometimes we get things we thought we wanted. We thought we wanted drama. We recognize when we grew up we didn't actually. When we were young we thought, ooh, I want that excitement. And we're like, I just want some peace. No, yo. The first two steps in this process require your cooperation. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. By taking the first step, you will see that this is so. Besides using it throughout the day as the need arises, 5 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. 5 official practice periods. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first, then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about conservatives, about liberals, about Hillary Clinton, about Donald Trump, about Russians, about atheism, about spirituality, about oil, about the plant, about ecology, about war. Hold each attack thought in your mind as you say this, and then dismiss that thought and go on to the next. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and of being attacked, of trauma, of innocence, hurt, those things. Their effects are actually the same because they are exactly the same. You do not recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to reset in order to treat them as the same in today's practice periods. We are still in the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you'll be ready to let the cause go. Let's see, can I distinctly distinguish and speak about and through communication explore what I might think that means, eh? Let me see. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. The tiny mad idea, taken seriously. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you'll be ready to let the cause go. It's like, the tiny mad idea. What if there was something against what is? I want my mind to refract the pureness of light and to separate it into 2 beings. One who I might think I am is, and one who I think he is. Maybe I place myself in like this body and there's another, and I think that this body is being attacked by it, but it's actually like kind of one thing is the way the Course is trying to say it. Later, when it comes to the Course trying to show practically the way the world is one thing, it has us go to a scene of a way the world appears, and in our minds apply the thoughts that are congruent with it. When I did this, I was actually homeless under a bridge in Boulder, Colorado. I think it has you do it like 2 times a day officially, and like for like 10 minutes or something like that. It was a really interesting and emotional time in my life, tough and surprising. And when I would do those, I would go to this really wonderful place. Basically, I pictured myself at a scene in Olive Garden. The lady was holding the tray, and I was looking this way, and I saw the people in the scene. You know, this person got a tip, they were happy. This person can't wait to get off. Those people are wondering if they're going to have a sexually intimate experience tonight. Those people are eating dairy they know they shouldn't. They're going to have farts and feel bad. Those people, I like those mints. I like the unlimited soup and salad thing. You know, the carpet's made of petroleum. Those bricks on the wall are fake, actually. That meat was killed. All the congruent thoughts that go with it, and make it one thing. And the practice was what we do. Actually, it seems like it's full of separate stuff, but it says to make that scene one thing and to go beyond it, through it, underneath it, or prior to it, and see that there's a door of light as you approach it. Pause and gasp that you are going to the true place where you belong. The fundamental space that is always available, even when the world of fluctuation is in some way fundamentally never the same. There is this same place that we can reach that's always uncompromisingly available to us. And yeah, I would do, even in the evening, I was sleeping on the cardboard box under the bridge, and there were people who were making weird noises all night because they were on weird types of drugs that I never did or anything that I don't want to do. But they were, you know, in my mind, images of tortured souls in some way. And I got to use this specific lesson, maybe it's like 119, but to put the whole scene of myself lying there under the bridge and the coldness that it was, and the poor tortured souls in one package and one thing, and it would be an opportunity for me to find heaven within. Actually, it was really such a strong contrast experience. Anyway, have a good day. I love you.